Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to look at how to create a gallery to appear inside of a page or a post inside of your WordPress CMS website. The media library includes a gallery feature. Now, the gallery feature works just fine for a lot of people, but frankly it is rather limited. If you're looking for a fancy gallery with slideshows and light boxes and all of those sorts of things, you're not going to be satisfied with the default system. You're going to want to look for a plugin that achieves those things. Now, there are a lot of gallery systems out there. There's a lot of plugins. They have a lot of different options available, most of them free, some of them commercial. So if the default system doesn't do what you want, explore the plugins directory and find something that does what you need. I'm sure it's out there. There are plenty of options. But that said, let's take a look at what you can do with the system without having to add anything at all, because for a lot of people, it'll be fine. Go ahead and log into the admin system if you haven't done so already, and then let's go, in this case, not to the media library, but directly to a page or post, because that's where we work with galleries. Galleries are embedded inside of pages and posts. So let's go to the post manager, and I'm going to work with this test media post I've been using for the previous lessons. I'm going to click edit. Now, instead of showing a single image, I'm going to show a gallery. So let's delete this. Now let's figure out where we want to place the gallery, and in this case I'm going to place it above the text. So put your cursor where you want the gallery to appear, then click Add Media. Now we're going to click something different. We're going to go here to the Create Gallery option. So click this. Now the result here is the same visually. Basically the system wants you to select the images for the gallery. Now you can either do that by simply clicking and taking images from the existing media library images, or you can upload images, or you can even do a combination of these things if you prefer. Notice as I selected them that down here little thumbnails appeared to tell me what I've picked so far. This is useful if you've got a ton of images and you can't see what you've already selected. I mean, the check marks are a pretty good indicator, but if you've got a lot of images, you can't always see all the check marks. Now, once we've selected what we want, click Create a New Gallery. Now on this page, this is where we tailor the gallery to our needs. We can do that by adding captions to an image, or we can do it by reordering the images, and you just click and drag to reorder. It's very, very simple. Nothing to it. The system makes that painless. And then over here in the gallery settings, we can determine what happens when somebody clicks on an image by changing the value of the link to combo box. Now, in previous lessons, we linked to the media file, so let's link to the attachment page this time to see a contrast. We can set how many columns appear. Now, I've selected 6 images, so I'm going to show 3 columns. And if we want to modify and display a random order, we can do this, and it will change up the order every time the user visits the page. I don't want that. Now, these are the changes that I want to apply. Let's get rid of this caption so that we're consistent. There we go. Now let's click Insert Gallery. The system automatically creates the gallery and drops this gallery object into the page to show you where it's positioned. Now, unfortunately, one of the limitations of the WordPress system is we can't see inside of the editing window the images and how they're laid out. We only see this block, this gallery object. Still, you'll find you can live with it. It's not a big deal, and we can always go back and edit it by clicking on it and choosing the Edit option. Once you made a change, you click Update Gallery. Now let's click Update to update the post so we can see what we've done. Okay, there's our confirmation. Let's click View Post, and here is our post with our new gallery. Now, the gallery layout, you'll notice, is actually quite nice. This theme provides a frame, provides a drop shadow. It looks quite good. It's standardized the size of the thumbnails, but you'll notice something, and this is important. These 2 images aren't the same size as the others. Why is that? Well, it's because they're too small. When WordPress creates thumbnails, it will decrease the size of images and reshape them to fit the preset dimensions for thumbnails. What it won't do is it won't make a small image larger. If the image is already smaller than the default thumbnail size, WordPress won't increase that image size to meet the full dimensions of the thumbnail requirements. And so that's why we have something that looks quite different. And this is a good thing, because when you increase an image visually, increase the size of an image visually, it can result in a deterioration of the quality of that image for the users. So keep this in mind when you're creating a gallery. You want to make sure that the files are all large enough that they will create uniform thumbnails for you. Now, remember a while ago when we chose what happens when somebody clicks on an image, we decided not to link to the media file. Instead, we linked to the attachment page. So let's see what that means. Let's click here. You see we've actually gone to a separate page on the site. Notice the URL, attachment ID 52. That's the ID it's associated with this image. It shows you the image inside of a page on the website as opposed to opening the image by itself for you to view, which is what you get if you link to the media file. Okay, let's go ahead and back out of this. Let's go back to our editing screen. And there we have it. That is our gallery. Again, if you want to modify it, you can modify it. And again, if what the default system does isn't sufficient for you, don't be discouraged. There are a lot of gallery plugins out there. Go out and find one that does what you want.